Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. Today, we have a very exciting day because we are going to be making our own multicolored crayons. I don't want you to burn the house down, so make sure there is an adult present at all times if you're trying this at home. All right? Okay, let's get started. So first, you want to get out all the materials you need. You only really need 3 items. You need a baking sheet. This is so crayons don't get into the oven and cause a mess. The second item you need is a silicone mold. They have these at Michael's, any craft store, baking stores. These typically would be used for a chocolate mold, but we're going to use them for our crayons. So you need a silicone mold, any shape. They come in so many fun forms. Here we have stars, hearts, and this is a fan favorite, Legos. And of course you need your crayons. Ideally, you would be using crayons that are broken, crayons that you don't really use anymore, recycled crayons. That way you're not spending money on brand new crayons and then just destroying them. So those are the only items you need. And you need an oven. Alright, so you have some of your broken crayons. Here they are. And the first thing you need to do is you need to peel the wrapper. So you're going to peel the wrapper off and then put the crayon to the side. Maybe you could do a little art project with all of your broken wrappers. Maybe that's something fun we could try next time. You're going to peel. It's actually really relaxing, for me at least, to peel the crayons. Now, there's a trick to this. You're going to want to, see that line down the middle? Start peeling from there. I think it's the easiest way. Alright. You could do this with as many crayons as you have. Just for the purposes of this video, I'm just going to show you with these ones. Alright, so we have our crayons. And the next step is we need to break up the crayons into smaller pieces. You want them maybe an inch or less than an inch. So we're just going to break them. Again, for me, this is really fun to break these crayons. Alright. After you tear up the wrappers and break the pieces into smaller chunks, you're gonna set the oven. You want to set it to around 350. It's okay if it's more, it's okay if it's less. If it's higher than 350, it might just take less time for your crayons to bake. And if it's less, then it may take more time. But pretty much 350, you're going to set the oven. And while you're waiting for the oven to heat up, you're going to take your sheet pan and lay out the molds, okay? Then you're going to take your crayons and sprinkle a few into each mold. So we'll do a heart. I'll show you how the Lego comes out. So we'll do a Lego. And we'll do a star. Alright, now we just have to wait for the oven to be ready. Okay, I think the oven is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and put my crayons in. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes and then I'll check on my crayons. I'm just going to check, see how they're doing. Okay, a little bit more time. Check. Yep, they look all melted down, so I'm gonna take them out. I'm turning off the oven. Right, so I just took my crayons out of the oven. Really, an adult should be doing this. You're working with very hot materials, and you're gonna make sure you use an oven mitt if you're doing this yourself. But again, make sure an adult is present. And this is what the melted crayons look like. You don't want to touch this yet. You want to let it cool down. So I'm resting my crayons on top of the stove. If you rest this on top of a table, ooh, that's my timer. If you rest this on top of a table, you're gonna wanna use something between the table and the pan, just because I don't want anything damaged or burnt from the pan, because it's gonna be really hot. So you could use something like a cork board or just something to make sure that you don't burn the table. I'm gonna set my timer another 15 minutes. You do not wanna touch your crayons for at least another 15 minutes because they're very, very hot. All right, it's been another 15 minutes, so it's time to check on my crayons. Now, this is what they'll look like, but they're not ready yet. The final step is you are going to pop them into the freezer for another 15 minutes so they get nice and cool and you can pop them out easily. All right, my molds are out of the freezer and I think they're ready. They're nice and cool. I'm just checking with my finger to make sure that they've hardened. Seems like they have. So now all we need to do is pop them out. So you're gonna gently take them out. You don't want them to break. Ooh, okay, so those are the Legos. Now let's try the stars. Huh. Oh no. Oh, here we go. And lastly, hearts. A Valentine's Day favorite. And let's just put all the different molds we made today. And there you go. We got hearts, we got stars, we got Legos. So much fun. And voila, we have made our multicolored crayons. You can use any kind of mold you can find that's a silicone mold. I only happen to use the hearts, stars, and Legos for today's purposes, but they have tons of different ones out there. They have leaves, they have snowflakes, they have pretty much anything you can think of. If you actually tried the tutorial, please let me know how it went. I want to see your amazing crayons. If you were just following along to see what the process was like, I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Remember, even though these are incredibly strange times we're living in, try your best to keep smiling, keep laughing, keep dancing, keep moving, and keep making art, keep creating. I hope everybody has a great day. Stay safe.